We understand it is to be announced at a joint news conference within the next few hours, but as you say, we understand that it might not be a done deal. There may be still some last-minute elements to this that have to be worked out. It's very careful we not get too excited here, because also it's one thing for this agreement to be signed, it's quite another for it to be implemented. But here's what we do understand is to be contained in this agreement. Firstly, that Israel has agreed to stop targeted assassinations of Hamas leaders. Secondly, that Hamas has agreed to stop firing rockets over the border into Israel. Thirdly, that the border into Gaza or border restrictions into Gaza will be eased. We don't know quite what that means. We don't know what restrictions might be lifted, but we do understand that there is to be some easing of the movement of goods and services over the border. And finally, that Egypt will play the guarantor to this peace agreement. But as I say, we can't confirm any of this until we have that news conference, which we are expecting in the next few hours.
And Peter, Egypt's been at the center and forefront of these ceasefire efforts, haven't they?
That's right. In fact, we understand that President Obama has just made his third phone call to President Morsi of Egypt in the last 24 hours. And we understand that in the latest phone call, he commended President Morsi for taking a lead role in negotiating a reduction in hostilities and a cessation to hostilities in this particular crisis. And this is because President Morsi really has been at the center of all of the diplomatic talks. Remember, there has been a lot of international pressure, and certainly none of this could have happened without the significant international pressure that we've seen from the United States, from the European Union. But remember that President Morsi has perhaps the strongest relationship of any leader in the world with Hamas. Ideologically, the Muslim Brotherhood here in Egypt is very, very close to Hamas. Hamas is in fact an offshoot of the Brotherhood. And so President Morsi has the capacity not just to speak to Hamas, but also to be listened to by Hamas. At the same time, he's inherited from the former president, Hosni Mubarak, a security infrastructure which had over the years developed very strong connections with the Israelis. And in fact, a couple of days ago, there was an Israeli delegation here that was talking not with President Morsi himself, but with those security contacts. And I think those historic ties on the one hand, combined with the personal connections that President Morsi has with Hamas, really put him at the center of negotiations and allowed him to make a deal that perhaps has given both sides a chance to claim some measure of victory.
Peter, once again, thank you. Peter Greste, live for us from the Egyptian capital, Cairo.